Okay, hello guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see. We have the last match of the tournament, and we have a nice one. We have the number one Norway against France. Two very strong teams, and we will see if Norway indeed will get the win. They are in prime position to take the win. Something very weird would happen if they don't take it. And let's hop into it. We have the first board already. We have to miss a bit of the start. Normal one opener, one no opener by BC 15-17 goes pass, and in the pass out, Brogeland decided to balance with two spades. Seems very normal. After 15-17 no trump, it's far more important to reach the right part scores. You're not playing for your own game that much, so bidding two spades here is completely fine. He doesn't have you don't need an opening or anything for that. You have a very good six card spade suit. Partner's never going to lead spades here. So yeah, pretty normal stuff, but nice balance by Brogeland. Ace of diamonds lead, also normal. And now after seeing the dummy, Bessie has to make a decision how he wants to continue. As he is thinking about it, let's have a quick look at the standings. Oh, standings are not updated yet. Not so much. Let's have a quick look at standings. We see Israel, and they are playing Sweden, actually. So this match, even though it's 14 difference, may still decide that Sweden may get top 3 or the Netherlands. But if Israel can keep the match tight, Israel's playing Switzerland. Switzerland needs a very big win, I think. So if Switzerland wins big, then there are still possibilities for spot number 3. And Norway will probably take the win. Okay, let's get to the bridge. Bessie has opted for a safe defense. I think that's very normal. You cannot play club. You cannot really play a diamond here. So you could sometimes play hard, but just exiting with a spade, getting more information about the board seems like the best option to me as well. Welcome in, guys. Good to see you. If you have some questions or some remarks, please type in chat. I'm happy to answer. Happy to see people in the chat. Fun to interact. Okay, what will Brogy do here? He is gonna set up the club. He doesn't he could take a diamond finesse, but he doesn't need to yet because the King of Hearts is still an entry. And puts the ball in the court of Bessie again, who cannot cash the King of Spades now. I assume he will not anyway. The clubs are a bit locked for him as well. If he plays a club, then Brogy could play the 9, forcing the king. So I think Bessie either has to play the King of Diamonds here to not give away too much. But his partner could have started with Jack 10-7 in case in that position he gives up the diamonds. So interesting to see what he will choose here. May go for a heart because it looks most safe. I think club is a bit dangerous. And so is a diamond. King of Spades is also definitely not safe. Like as we see, it will pick up the spade suit for Brogeland. Yeah, of course you can play the 3 of spades from Brogeland's hand. If you play double dummy, we are not playing double dummy. So as Brogeland gets in, I assume he will just play the Queen of Spades. So if you catch the King of Spades here, then we get rid of the spade loser for the offense. So I think it's most likely we see a heart here. There is, I think, a possibility of king of diamonds and a diamond. But I cannot really see a club return, maybe the king of spades, so you not get end played anymore. I also do think that that is unlikely. You want the declarer to waste one of the honors. We don't know 100%, but usually at least one. But it's not unlikely he has two, and you want them to waste those honors on your stiff king. In the other room, we already see that two spades went down one, and Bessie does opt to play heart, and he opts to play the jack of hearts. I think he kind of decided already to play heart, and was checking which heart would be best. He decides to play the jack, which is a nice play, I think. If your partner has something like ace 10 small here, then it's easy for a partner to pick to play the right card way more easily, making it a lot easier for partner. We see here a little bit of a suit preference from Lorenzini, trying, I think, to show his partner even more like that he liked hearts. And like I said, this is why you don't play the king of spades, right? Because you hope that that West is wasting an honor. So you don't want to get sort of end played again, have a tough decision here. But playing the king of spades actually loses you a trick usually. So that's why Bessie didn't. Taking the king here, and I expect Broglan now to take a diamond finesse. He knows that Bessie is the king, and he must hope that Lorenzini has a jack. Last time he will be in dummy, so he needs to take diamond finesse right now. He does, nicely played. But it will end up in down one because 10 of spades will still be the setting trick. So we start off this match nice and easy with a push. And that's nice for both teams. Both teams want a calm match. Norway just must hope nothing crazy happens. If they just keep it, even if they lose 20-0, the chance is very high that they will win the tournament. 18 is interesting. Norway down in slam of ace king of hearts. Okay. Let me see what happened at the other table. We have to wait a little. Okay, we have led the ace of hearts at least from Rombo. I assume this will be an encouraging signal. Thank you. Welcome, Eric, again. Nice to see you in the chat. Thank you for telling me that. We will, after we see what happens in this room, I will look at what happened in the other room as well, because we didn't follow the bidding, of course. So it might be nice to see what happens here first. A diamond opener by Bakke, which I assume is multi. And I think they even played this as a weak multi, so about 0 to 7. And I think they played two majors, about 8 to 11, but we might be wrong about this. First, it's favorable, so we see a 5-card suit. This happens more and more often. 3-club overcall by Lorenzini. Brogland obviously cannot support because he doesn't know which suit partner has. 3-spade by Bessie. A natural hand. 3-0 with a hard stopper. And now Bessie is a very, very big hand. He has to make a decision. Very difficult. I don't think he will just bid 4 spades. He is way too big a hand. Interesting what he will go for. He will go for 4 hearts. Not showing any kind of cubit, just showing a very strong hand, not knowing where to go. Interesting what Lorenzini will do. He has a really solid club suit. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just 5 clubs. And then again, Bessie has a very interesting option. Still, slam could just be on. Such a big hand he has. What does he need? He needs ace king of clubs with the king of hearts, basically. I think it's very difficult to to know whether you have a hard cubit here. Lorenzini bidding 3-0, so Bessie knows he has a stopper, and he has a jack himself. So he must fully play for the queen if he thinks slam is not at least reasonable. Lorenzini does opt to bid 4 spades. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 4 hearts is more spade hand. 4-0. So we are going to ask for key cards here, I think. Which is interesting because with the hand Bessie has, I think the biggest problem is if we have the hard cubit or not. So I'm a little bit surprised that he isn't looking for the hard cubit. It might be because after the 3-0 bit, he just kind of assumed it's probably ace or king, and maybe he thinks, okay, queen is a little bit unlikely. But I am slightly surprised he's just opting for 4-0. And we also see the 6 spades bid from him. The thing is, Bakke is on lead. And Bakke may have a harder time leading a heart here. Yes, and so it happens. He's going for a very aggressive queen of diamonds lead because he thinks, okay, my opponent's, okay, here's a stopper. This guy has a cubit or this guy has a cubit. Hearts is definitely not a suit. And I totally understand this. Queen of Diamonds lead is very understandable by Bakke, and a huge pickup here for France. Bessie just blasting, not worried about a hard cubit. I think it's a bit tricky because the hard cubit could easily be off like it is here, and you can quite easily after the 4 spades bid by Lorenzini, you can actually look if it's there. But yeah, big swing on board 2 already, 17 imps to France. And Bakke must keep his composure now, be like, okay, we know what we're doing. No problems. We are still going to win this tournament. Just keep your composure is the name of the game here for Bakke Brogland. It's never nice to get a slam against you where you can cash ace-king. But these guys are extremely good players. I think they will shake it off immediately. But it's not good for the mental. You're there like you know you already won almost. You're so close to the finish line. Just a nice little match. Nothing crazy happens. And on board 2, they bid a slam and you don't cash ace-king. It can be a little bit tough pill to swallow. Okay, so Eric, let's see what happened at the other table. Also 2 diamond opener. Showing the multi, 3 clubs, 3 spades, 3-0. 4 diamonds by North, which I'm not sure what it was. Maybe it was natural, kind of faking something. 4 spades, and also here, the 4-0 trumpet. But a hard lead instead of a diamond lead. I don't think it's obvious to lead a heart at all. I kind of like the queen of diamond lead from Bakke. I think it's very aggressive, but yeah, having ace king of heart there is super unlikely, right? Eric says trying to make it exciting, but Denmark is in 7 spades doubled. Well, they may still make 7 spades doubled. We don't know. Did they make it? Maybe 4 diamond was a cubit. Yeah, but that I don't think 4 diamond can really be a cubit in this auction. Like, we're still looking for the best game, I think. I think it should be natural, especially club. Oh my God, Denmark is in 7 spades doubled. We get to hear from Eric in the chat. Denmark is in 7 spades doubled, and Donati leads a club, leads the wrong suit. So Denmark is gonna make 7 spades doubled. So Norway is losing 17 imps on the board, and Denmark is gonna get a huge pickup. So maybe it will be interesting for first place. Amazing stuff. Okay, and what do we see on this board? Back to the bridge on this table. After all that excitement already on board 2, is this championship not decided yet? Okay, a diamond opening by Lorenzini with the 5-5. Very normal stuff. Hard overcall, also normal from Brogy. A 2 diamond bid. You may go with an invitational bid as well because you have a 5th diamond. King of Hearts is usually placed well. So two diamonds, I think, is a conservative, a somewhat conservative bid. I do think the French play a diamond as at least three, which makes it a more logical bid. Like if a diamond is at least four, I think you can probably go with an invitational bid. If one diamond is at least three, then I totally understand just going with two diamonds. 2-0 showing a 4-card support in hearts at least. I think I would personally just blast 4 hearts here. Maybe even bid 4 diamonds. Although 4 diamonds may be a little bit too much to do, just to give partner the best chance on what to do. But I think I would opt for 4 hearts. I don't really see the huge reason to go low. It's unlikely to be a slam. Just put maximum pressure on. I would say I would prefer 4 hearts here. But I'm not gonna argue with too much with the number one spot. They're doing amazing, so maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's just better with these kind of hands, just blast and give the opponents as much difficulty as possible. Also, your hand is very well suited for just blasting 4 hearts. You have a 5-card hard suit, you have a stiff, and I think partner still has a decent chance of getting stuff right after that. I think it is somewhat expected. This is kind of your expected hand when you bid 4 hearts. And I'm not very afraid that they will double me and it's wrong. Okay. So 2-0 gave Lorenzini the chance to bid 4 clubs here. Showing 5-5, thinking his void in hearts is incredibly nice. And we even see a 4-0 bid by Bessie here. Must know that King of Hearts is a very bad card. Like, it doesn't help at all for slam, but he has a 5th diamond, and which is super nice. He has Queen Jack of Diamonds, King of Clubs, all huge cards. So he even decides to bid 4 no trump. I think I would doubt it's just key card. I would think it's maybe it's like an optional key card. If it's just purely key card, I think that's a little bit of a big bid. But maybe for diamond would still have been non-forcing. If it's regular keycard, then I would more have expected like a 4 heart bid from Bessie, just showing a qubit, showing a very good hand. I would like diamond is the suit that we're gonna play, I assume, since we already supported diamonds and we know it at least a 5 forfeit. But we'll see. Lorenzini thinking. Other table played 5 diamonds doubled. Brogeland at least has a very easy lead, I think, against anything that played in diamonds or clubs. He will always lead spades, and they are just going to set any contract that will be bid in North-South. So we will see what happens. Maybe there will be no double, but maybe they even reach 6. Denmark went down in 7 spades. Okay. So not enough excitement on board 2. They went down. Wait, what? After leading a club, your communication is kind of fucked. Tricky with club lead, indeed. Like if you get like a spade or diamond lead, obviously hard lead is down, but after spade or diamond lead, you're 100% making. After club lead, it's not done yet, and I don't even know if you can make it. Oh, you can, because you have to run the clubs. They have to rough with the 7. You can overrough with the 8, cash the ace of spades, I think, and then play a spade to the 6. I think that's the way you make it. It's very weird. Okay, we see the 1 or 3. 1 or 3. I think if this was just key card and we're signing off at 5 diamonds, no double at this table. I don't think that Buck and Brogeland have a lot of trouble here defeating the contract. King of Spades lead is normal. I don't know if Buck and Brogeland do this only against the 5 level or higher, but you can lead ace. They may always lead king for count. But a lot of players also play king from ace king against 5 left or higher as a Rusino lead. On the ace, they give encouraging for the king. And on the king, they give count to know if they cash out. Bakker playing as low as 1. And I assume Brogy will just play another spade. And we're heading for down 1. Another 2 imps for France here, since 5 diamonds was not doubled. I'm expecting to see a claim very soon here. Okay. We see in the PBO chat that the tournament director was called, and Donati actually got to change the opening lead to a heart against 7 spades, which might be the reason why they went down. Which makes it for Norway still dicey because they don't know how Denmark is doing. But it makes solidify their position on first even more because Denmark is the only one that can catch them. And they just went down in Grand Slam doubled. Okay, the 1 heart opener here. A normal pass from Bessie. Normal 1 spade from Bakker. 2 spades. And I assume that Bakker either will probably just go through 2-0 because this might be a 3-card suit spade. On which Brogy will either be 3 or 4 spades. King, Jack, Ace, Ace. I think he will just go for game here. Hand is strong with King, Jack 10, Ace 10, and another Ace. Also, partners usually doesn't have 3 hearts, so is more likely to have a doubleton or stiff heart. So stuff like King, Jack of hearts here is definitely not as good as Ace of hearts. And as we see, partner actually has a stiff heart, so the Ace of hearts is a golden card. And indeed, we see Brogeland opt for the 4-spade bid directly. Otherwise, Bakker obviously would also have gone to game, just looking if partner has 3 or 4 spades. But yeah, Brogeland's hand is strong enough. Ace of hearts is a nice card. King, Jack 10 of spades is nice. Ace of clubs is nice. So even with the 13 count, it's I think it's kind of obvious to go for the game bid here. Not the nicest lead for Lorenzini. Hearts and spades are definitely out of the picture, so you have to choose between a club or a diamond. 10 doubleton is not an amazing lead. 10 can give up some positions. And also, you want to pressure the opponents maybe to get a rough. But since you have queen third of spades, you don't mind about that too much. So that's why Lorenzini is opting for a club, and I agree. I think that's probably the better play. Interesting first trick. Maybe Bessie actually played the 5. I think that's unlikely, but I think this is a little bit of. I would guess this is a little bit of an operator mistake, but maybe not. Maybe Bessie is just trying to give count here, and that's why he's playing small because he didn't think it would matter to put in a 9. It doesn't really matter, but it just feels a bit strange. And on this board, after the club lead, winning with the 6 here, we know that the king of clubs is almost 100% in south. So we probably won't have too much problem making this contract. We have the trump finesse. I think Bakker will play probably ace king of spades and see if anything drops. He doesn't have the high ones in dummy. It's 100% safe, at least for making, I think. And let's have a quick look at the stands, because we have Israel in third, 12 behind it is Sweden. 15 behind it is the Netherlands. Norway is ahead by 16 on Denmark. Obviously, they have taken a big loss so far. So if they lose even more and Denmark can turn it around, then maybe we see some excitement there. But even between Israel and Denmark, there's still some excitement. And we have Switzerland against Israel. Switzerland is very strong. They need a lot, so they are almost in zero position, in a chanceless position to make top 8. So they will pull out all the stops, I assume. But yeah, let's head back to the break and see how we do. It was a club, and Backe has decided to play king of spades and take a spade finesse. And probably not going to be too exciting. He will be taking a club finesse, which he knows is on. And in the end, he will lose a diamond. Which will be one more imp to France. Norway not starting with a great set so far. But as we just saw in the standings, Denmark is also not doing too hot. So they are still safe in the first place. But I think for the feel at the table, it would be nice for Norway to have a little bit of pickup. This is really nice for France because they were not 100% sure to make top 8 yet, which is important for making the Bermuda Bowl. But because they are up by a lot now, they can feel a little bit safer at the table, chill a bit, and just play some nice bridge. Okay, normal pass here again from the sea. Interesting what Backe will do, a club or a no trump. I agree with just opening a club here. No position that you have trouble bidding your second suit and doesn't really feel like a no trump hand. Very well suited for clubs and spades. Don't know exactly what the diamond bid is from Brogy. Maybe it's hearts. One spade, I assume, is unbalanced. Two clubs, probably forcing two diamonds. Brogelan opting for a 3 club bid, I think, which will show an invitational hand with clubs. 2 club forcing 2 diamonds, either sign off in diamonds or any invitational hand. 3 clubs showing an invitational hand with clubs. And I think that Backe has a really nice hand now. He could have a bit more, but man, all his points seem so good. King, queen, jack, ace, ace. His hand is just really nice. I wouldn't be surprised if Backe is just going to game with his hand. Trying 3 hearts here. Might have already not... I don't know their system exactly, but maybe with 3 hearts you would already have bid 2 hearts over 2 clubs. So he can bid 3 hearts maybe a little bit more freely. 3 spades. Waiting probably, and 4 spades just, okay, partner, I have a very good spade suit. Maybe this is the right spot to play. Obviously, for Brogeland, 4 spades is not an option to play, and he will just correct to 5 clubs. And we have a diamond loser and a heart loser and a club loser, but we can pitch the heart loser or the diamond loser on the spades. So we must just make sure we only lose 1 club, which will be able to do queen of diamonds, normal lead. I expect Backe probably taking the ace here because he cannot afford to duck. Because he needs to pitch either the hearts or the diamonds on the spade. So if he would duck the diamond, the opponent can switch to a heart, which is far from ideal from him because then he needs the spade to break. So I assume he will just take the ace of diamonds here. I think he will run the jack of clubs to the queen And then he can still cross to the ace of spades to take the finesse again, get 3 pitches, probably in hearts, because the opponents will most likely cash the diamond, and make his contract. And those will be the first imps going back to Norway. Bakke actually opting to play a club to the ace, playing for clubs 2-2 or some stiff honor. Don't know exactly why he's opting for this route. Maybe he's expecting that Bessie, because he's a passed hand, never has king, queen of clubs or something. Although I think that's maybe I'm missing something. Why would you guys think he didn't take the double club finesse? Seems like it was no problem for entries. I think it's also kind of fine. Like I think you're never really scared of getting overruffed. But maybe that was the case, that he was afraid something of queen 8 of clubs, diamond cross and another diamond, and now he's kind of screwed. Maybe something like that. He was afraid to for South to have 2-2, 2 diamonds, 2 clubs, queen 8 of clubs with queen jack tied of diamonds or something. All very close, at least. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but it needs to be specifically a sort of a promotion, I think, right? Like if you just run the jack of clubs, low queen, it's a bit far, but yeah, he does it 4-3-2. It's maybe a bit tricky. Like you can definitely not play club to the 9, because then they can actually force you always with something like the 5. But I think you can just run the jack. But maybe indeed, like if South has 2 diamonds, 2 clubs, then it's a bit of a problem. And we see the first pickup here for Norway, 6 imps, nicely bid. How did the other table stay out of it? They kind of bid the same, but over 3 spades, 4 clubs, East decided it was enough, which I think is a bit pessimistic. King, queen, jack, ace, ace. I think your points are just so well suited that even though you have a 14 count, I think your hand is good enough to force to game. 2 aces, king, queen, jack. Yeah, I just like my suits too much to just to sign off. I think after partner invites, I wouldn't stop under game. Diamond opening, no 3-no gambling in the arsenal, I assume. Not a super preferred method anymore. Opening 3-no gambling. A lot of players use it for maybe minors or even a strong for major opening. A lot of top players have a problem with opening 3-no as gambling because it's in the wrong hand. I personally don't have a huge problem with gambling. I think it's fine. Diamond, very normal heart over call. 1 spade, showing fewer than 4 spades. And I expect a double here from Bessie, indeed. A double or 2 spades, I think both were options. But because you have a diamond, sorry, he doesn't have. Because he has a heart fit. Sorry, 2 spades was never an option. Yeah, he could choose between double or show the heart suit immediately. He's opting for double and try to bid his hearts later to show both suits, show where he lives, and if partner can support the spades in some way, his hand gets so much better. If it shows an overcall in spades and not just a lead directing double, we might see a 2 spade bid here from Lorenzini. Otherwise, I think we will see a takeout double. If this double shows 5, then I assume Lorenzini will support the spades here. If this just shows, okay, I have ace king fourth or something, then we might see a double from Lorenzini. After partner can bid something, I think your hand is too strong, just pass here with the 5-4-3-1. So I'm expecting either double, two spades, maybe even three spades. Side to go with two spades. And I think Bessie with the 6-3 in the majors, super nice hand. Definitely is going to infight, but maybe I wouldn't be even surprised if he just bids four spades here. 9-card spade fit, 8-card heart fit, stiff club. Partner could easily be, yes, and there we go. 9-card fit, found, just blast four spades. All your points are super good. Partner most likely short in diamonds. Nice bid by Bessie, I think. Now it's just the case of making it, which is not that easy. Obviously, 10 of diamonds lead for both Progi. Very normal. And this gives a lot of information to the declarer already, right? Because 10 of diamonds looks like is actually always 10 and 1. So we already know that Buck has ace, king, queen, jack, 7 of diamonds right after the lead, which we must really keep track of, because ace, king, queen, jack, 7 of diamonds is really strong hand, and Buck only bid 2 diamonds. So if Buck has like king of clubs with him as well, and it's not a stiff king, then he might already have opted for bidding 3 diamonds. So it's unlikely that Buck has one of the black kings. I think he could still have the queen of hearts. So where you would usually see, you can take ace king hearts and then club finesse. I don't know. Don't you rather just like maybe you just want to rough another diamond, even? Right? Isn't roughing a diamond just safer? Because yeah, you rough a diamond and then you're just making. Yeah, you can, like after that you're just made already, right? Yeah, I think he just plays ace king club. Oh, ace club and a rough. And a rough here. It's a little dangerous, this. Because he might get sort of an you lose 2 spades and 1 diamond. Yeah. So need to, true. Queen of clubs played. Interesting. He might actually squeeze now, right? Nah, he might not, because no, he gets a club here. I think he's fucked now, right? Crossing with the club. Yeah, I think ace a club and a club rough seems weird. Seems very weird to me. Because you already know after lead that Bucky has 7 diamonds, which makes it far more likely that stuff like clubs are 6-2, which definitely gives you some trouble, like we see here. And he's just Lorenzini is just going down. The best line is interesting though, because I think you really want to rough the diamond. So question is, if you want to cross to ace of spades and just rough the diamond with the queen, I think that's probably best. Yeah, of course, like players will be tired. Totally agree, Eric. It's super long tournament, and players will not play their best. It's also usually you expect the best in the finals. You expect the best plays, but usually the finals are a bit underwhelming because people are just so tired from so much bridge or any sport. But I think the best line of play was probably when he played ace of club and a club rough. I think it's probably just better to play spade to the ace and rough the diamond. Because also, if it now gets over roughed, then West actually is kind of end played. He cannot play a club, cannot play a heart, can cash the spade, but I think that's the best line because you actually, by doing that, actually just kind of end play the guy. But correct me if I'm wrong. But I think if you follow that line, just spade to the ace, rough a diamond, then West is usually just gonna get end played. Then you can play, in case he doesn't overbluff, then you can play ace of club and exit with the spade. I think that is the best line out there. He wanted to conserve his queen of spades, I assume, but as we can see, like now we don't use it anyway. So yeah. Welcome back, Ike. Nice to see you again. Good to see that you agree. happy to have found the best line. Okay, Lorenzini here with a normal pass. The question is, how high will Brogy open? I think it will be 3 hearts. Stiff king of spades is not nice. Even though we have a 7-4, this hand's not well suited to open 4 hearts. Stiff king is horrible. Bad hearts. And obviously for anything else, pass or 2 hearts, I hate those options. 7-4, we have to open 3 hearts here. When you exit spade, will you really let the club run through when they play that? You don't have to, right? Because West gets in. Wait a sec. Maybe I'm looking wrong. It's getting played into your ace queen, right? Like so the line was diamond, you rough, and now you play spade to the ace. You rough the diamond with the queen, king. I mean, he has to play something. So you don't start with ace of club and a club. You just immediately play spade to the ace and then rough a diamond. And then later on, yeah, you kind of have to choose. I think you can then cross with heart to the king maybe, and then exit the spade. Maybe that is best. Yeah. Lorenzini knows he can cover here. He doesn't have to be careful or go for a sneaky play and not cover. He knows his 9 will always be a trick. But East West will only be able to take 3 tricks, only 2 hearts and a club. So as we wait until this board will almost be claimed, I assume, I am going to the restroom real quick. See you back in a sec. Okay, we're back. And we see that the 4 hearts has not ended yet. But it will soon. Clubs break 3-2, so nothing special there. Otherwise, club would have been pitched on the ace of spade. We did always have an entry to the club. And we're going to claim right now, I assume. Nothing to be played for anymore. Expecting to see the next board. Because this was a push. Let's see. Yes, there is the push. Let's see the next board. Brogy with a 5-5. I don't think they play two spades, a spades and a minor. Even with these bad spades, I still would opt for that. If you would play it. But I assume Brogy will just pass. I think they play two spades as something like 8-11. Not 100% sure, but that's what I think. So expecting a pass, a diamond from Bessie. Not a hand that is well suited to upgrade to no trump. And Bakke with the double. We've seen this more often on the streams. The minor is less important. It's 4-3 in the majors and enough points. Especially now he has some extras. He's a 14 count. You still want to double. Pass from Lorenzini is nothing to bid really. No need to bid hard here when you only have 6 points and the opponents already show some interest in playing hearts. 2-spade bid invitational from Brogy. I wouldn't even hate it. I don't know what 3 spades would be, but show even a little bit more maybe. 3 diamonds. Bessie is a good hand. Interesting if it would have gone 1 diamond pass, a heart, let's say pass. If he would have opted for 3 diamonds or 2, I think he would have gone for 3. Bucky supporting, and I assume that we will see a 4-spade bid now from Brogy. The void in diamonds looks just really good. Which is on the finesse. Which is off. Only thing is, Bessie might lead ace of diamonds, although I think he will probably lead ace of hearts. Or do we see a bid from Lorenzini? Does he come in with 4 die? Or maybe even a very sexy 3-0. Having a spade stopper, trying to cash 6 diamonds. I think that's a bit too much. I expect a pass because his points are not that well suited. King and 1 of spades is not that good. Defense, maybe, not necessarily. Offense, only 3 diamonds. Although no one vulnerable is sometimes the way to go, but I don't think he will. He doesn't, and Brogy indeed just bids 4 spades. We'll see all float here. I think Bessie might lead ace of hearts, although partner might sometimes be short in diamonds. I think it's more likely that the opponents are short in diamonds here. He does go for the ace of diamonds. I think both are quite fine. You usually won't expect queen jack 4 of diamonds in a dummy. So now maybe Brogy has a chance. But it's tricky because he must say no to the spade finesse. He must run his clubs. So let's see if he actually has a chance to do this. If the spade king is on side, so he will ruff. If the spade king is on side, he can just take a finesse. He needs on this board to play the clubs. Bessie can ruff, but he can over ruff and play more rounds of play another round of club after that. Basically, I don't think that's too weird to do. I think he might actually get this because he knows Bessie is 6 diamonds. So there is a chance he actually is going to play Bessie for either 3 clubs. It's unlikely that Bessie is 4 clubs, 6-4. So I think he's actually going to play for it. And as we see, actually quite quickly he goes for the club. And I think this is definitely correct because we know Bessie is 6 diamonds, unlikely to have 4 clubs. So we're not that afraid that our club get ruffed by South. And spade king could easily still be offside. So I'm expecting Brogy to actually run the clubs here and may make this contract. Let's say he plays club to the jack, king of clubs. It gets ruffed over ruffed. And now you can ruff a diamond still. And play another club. I think that's still safe. Ruff over ruff again and now play ace of spades. I think that just works. And I think he will. I think he will just run the clubs here. And Brogy will probably make this four spades. Nicely played. Probably. Good line. Definitely better than just taking the spade finesse. And that will mean Norway gains another 10, 11, 11, something like that. And yes, he started off really quickly with club to the ace, club to the king, and I expected him to do this a little bit faster because it seemed like he had that plan. So I'm assuming he's going to continue with the plan. Because otherwise, I think he would just have taken spade finesse already. So his plan looks to be running the clubs. So I assume he's going to do that. Very close in the women's section. Dutch ladies ahead on England by 2 VPs. Ooh, excitement in the women's category. Let's wait a second for Brogy. I will check what Brogy does. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look at women's. And indeed, the Netherlands and England is super close. Very exciting. And also for the third place, it's super exciting. Exciting stuff there. Let's get back to Brogeland. If he is actually going to go through with his line, I expect so. I think Brogy will get this. I'm just thinking, I just think he's checking what to do. But to me, it seems extremely strange to be in with the diamond draft, play ace king of clubs, and now take a spade finesse or something. So I cannot really see anything else but queen of clubs here. It just seemed like his plan all along. But knowing Brogy, he will be taking his sweet time to check, double check, triple check, quadruple check, quintuple check, and then maybe check even more and then play something. Yeah, maybe spade to ace first and then run clubs. Could be. Not unreasonable at all. Does it really give you the edge though? I don't see how it gives you the edge. Like, what does it win against? I don't really see how it's better than just running the clubs. Okay. Apparently it is, because Brogy has decided after a while that it might be better. Rubbing the diamond here, gonna play queen of clubs. It feels like it's kind of the same, so, but maybe I'm missing something. It's definitely, it's not worse, but I think it just feels like it's the same. But maybe it's specifically if North has 6 diamonds, 4 clubs, 2 spades, 1 heart. Nah, it's impossible. I don't think that's very possible. Maybe he was scared for a stiff 10 of spades. That's actually, or something like that. Or a small stiff. Yeah, that's probably it. Small stiff. Then you have to overoff with the jack, and then king 10 of spades comes in behind. So actually, nice play from Brogy. I didn't spot it. But indeed, ace of spades is a little bit better. I was a little bit distracted by seeing all the hands, but nice play by Brogy. Playing spade to the ace actually helps, because if Bessie would have something like small stiff spade with only 2 clubs, then on the third club he can ruff low. You have to overoff with the jack. And if South has king 10 small spades, he will get 2 spade tricks, because we get forced, because we only have ace queen jack 2. So every little spade would force the jack. So I think he's guarding for that. So nicely done by Brogy. And now he gets, basically the good news. He knows he's making now. And I hope we will see a claim kind of soon. And this is a big pickup for Norway, and it definitely puts them more at ease at the table, I assume. Now they had the very bad result, obviously, with the slam going against them. But after that, they did a nice 5 clubs, made it. The opponents went down in the 4 spades, even though it lost. The opponents could have made 4 spades. And now they're also making this 4 spades, which is nicely played. And it could have been set on the lead, like if Bessie leads ace of hearts, then we're setting this contract as well. So Brogy and Bakke must feel a lot better at the table right now. After that slam, maybe there would be some nerves kicking in, but these guys are ice cold, and they are doing very well here, not letting the nerves get them, and still getting a super high level of play. Nice play by Bessie, trying to reach Lorenzini to get the last trump. To at least stop the overtrick. But Brogy has made the contract. Nicely played. And that will be, I think, 10 imps to Norway. And there we go. 10 imps to Norway. As we said, very nicely handled by Brogy. And we have another big hand incoming. 7 spade made at the other table by North-South. Let's see if Bessie Lorenzini can do the same. 1-0 opener, 15-17. Lorenzini will transfer to spades. Bessie will super accept, I assume. 17 count with 4 spades. Very nice hand, so I assume like a 2-no bid here. I don't know their agreements, especially 3 spades. Now I don't know what they play. My preferred method is to show shortness here. So I would rather, instead of playing a serious, non-serious, I like to play 3-no as like a step. 4 clubs, 4 diamonds, 4 hearts as well. Show a slam try with a specific shortness or no shortness. In my system, I would play low, middle, high balanced, which would mean that with this hand, I would bid 4 diamonds showing short hearts. You can fill this in however you want. Obviously, you can still play serious or non-serious. That's completely fine as well. I would not say that 3-no is a proposition to play. I personally don't like that. I personally really like the agreement to show shortness with this hand. But on this hand, it might not even be necessary. We might even see a 5 hard bid by Lorenzini, exclusion. The only problem about that is that it takes up a lot of space. We will see what he will opt for. I think they will just play Q bits here. And at some point he would like to show his void in hearts. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just jumps to 5 hearts, because his hand is definitely strong enough to just force to slam. He might be afraid that he won't be able to figure out the king of clubs if he jumps to 5 hearts. It depends a little bit. I have not thought this completely out, but a lot of people around me have. And apparently there is some merit for low, middle, high balanced. Other people do play balanced low, middle, high. When like usually for me, it's either asking the first bit and showing. So I agree that it's easier when you play balance the first step, that partner could still show shortness. For me, it is if one hand already, like in this hand, obviously you open a no trump, so you cannot be balanced. So in auctions where one hand is clearly kind of unbalanced, I play it that first step that we don't ask. That's not entirely true, I think. You could easily be 5-4-2-2. You could be 5-3-3-2. And if you're balanced, you usually know a lot better as well from each other. If you're both balanced, you know a lot better how well slam will be, right? Because if you're both balanced, you just need a certain amount of points. Well, if you're unbalanced and you want to show shortness, then it's usually a little bit better to have maybe a little bit more room, because it's more important to show, okay, how many honors do I have in certain suits? While if you're balanced, you would still need about, with a fit, you still need about 30 points anyway. I think there are definitely reasons to play either. I am not saying per se that it's a lot better to play either of one, but I even heard people say that it's better to play something like high, low, middle or something. I don't even remember. So I don't know exactly what is the right way to play it, but my preferred method is to be able to show shortness. That's, I think, the most important takeaway. We do see the 5 heart bit coming out from Lorenzini. Like I said, I think he wants to show at least his void in hearts at some point. Only problem is that they might get really high and he will be not able to figure out the king of clubs, which is a problem with 5 hearts. I think that's why he thought for so long. Brogy with a double could be redirecting or something, but I think a lot of top players, like if the opponent's bid exclusion, you don't want a hard lead anyway. So some people just play double as, okay, let's test your agreements. Well, and here we're gonna see what are the agreements from Bessie Lorenzini. Are they on the same wavelength what they play after double on exclusion? This is something I would definitely recommend in your local game as well. If the opponent's bid exclusion, doesn't matter what kind of hand you have, always double them and just say, agree with your partner that double doesn't say anything about the suit that's bid exclusion, because you don't want to lead the void anyway, almost. So just make sure that you double, because the opponents might have a misunderstanding. It looks like Lorenzini and Bessie definitely didn't have a misunderstanding, because 6 diamonds is an answer, 6 hearts is asking for some extras, and Bessie must think, okay, king of clubs with a doubleton club is probably golden. Even ace of hearts might sometimes be a discard. Yeah, so it's a really nice hand. Spade lead from Bakke. And this is going to be a wrap, I think, pretty soon, because the clubs just break. Maybe it will not be a wrap that soon, because people, when they're 7, they make sure to read everything well. No, just the claim for 13 tricks, which is normal, because we can obviously pitch 1 club on the ace of hearts, so we can just draw trumps, and the 4th club is going to get ruffed, and the 5th club is going to be pitched on the ace of hearts. So indeed, just a claim. We don't have to wait for it too long. That's very nice. And a nice push board, well navigated by both sides to reach 7 spades there. Bakke here with a decision in the first hand. 7-3 to 1, very good heart suit, 11 count. I don't hate with hearts to open 4 hearts here. I don't mind it. Would you consider upgrading North hand to 18-19? I would not. Mostly for the reason, like, you don't have any 10s. You don't have a 5 card suit. And also, I don't like to upgrade out of the... yeah. So you mean this hand, right? On 25. King, Queen 4th, Ace, Jack 4th, Ace 3rd, King and 1. I don't like to upgrade out of a 15-17 no trump. So if I can upgrade into it, I way rather do it. If I have to go out of my way not to open a no trump, it must be very clear to me to not open a no trump. Because it's such a strong opening. It's so difficult for the opponents to play against. And therefore, if there is not a really big reason to open a no trump, like to not open a no trump, I would just open a no trump. And this hand, without any 10s, without a 5 card suit, I think it is very strong because you have Ace, Ace, King, King, Queen. It is a nice hand, but I would not go out of my way to not open 1-0 trump. For the reason that 1-0 is just such a strong opening. Yeah, that's very true. You're totally right about that. 4-4 in the majors is a really nice plus. Like, it could easily be 4 spades or 4 hearts for you, which you don't reach after opening like a club. But like I said, I just really like opening a no trump. And it feels a little bit too much like going out of my way to open a club instead of a no trump. I don't think it's strong enough because the no trump opening is so strong to open. I would still open a no trump and not upgrade here. That's my main reason. We see a 1 heart opening here for Bakke. I think you can go either way. With 4 hearts, opening 4 hearts is really strong, especially with a stiff spade. Even though it's a bit weird because you have a sort of a normal 1 heart opener, but because all your points are in hearts and your 3 card suit clubs is actually really nice as well. I think you could definitely opt to go for 4 hearts here, just to put maximum pressure on the opponents in first seat. All vol, vol against not, I would definitely not, but with all vol, I think it's a possibility at least to open 4 hearts. 1 heart also completely fine, of course. It's probably more normal, but I think 4 hearts with these nice hearts, with a nice club suit and a stiff spade, could definitely be a 4 heart opener as well. Okay, we have a bit of a game forcing auction after that. 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 3-0. I'm not 100% sure, but Bakke and Brogy seem to be completely on the same page. And they reach 6 hearts, which is very nice. Yeah, 4 spades double. It does give extra room, but you do want the spade lead, right? I don't know what they showed, but if Bakke has not showed short spades and 4 spades is a bit of a qubit or something, diamond lead is indeed better. In this case, it was definitely a lot better to lead a diamond. And Lorenzini might actually have done that if Bessie didn't double. I don't hate it that much, the double. Get it being behind the spades. The only problem is I can't say for sure because I don't know what the auction meant. I don't know what 3-0 is. Don't know really what 4 diamond is, which makes it a lot harder to say if this double is good or not. Yeah, I also think he would lead a diamond. Which, after that, you have to guess the spade. I still think you make it, right? Because if you lead a diamond, you play ace of spades and queen of spades, pitching the diamond. Because after that, you can still take the heart finesse. So I think even after a diamond lead, you will play ace of spades, queen of spades, and just pitch the diamond. So I think either way, you will make it. But it would have put the Declarer to the test. A diamond opener, spade by north, pass. We will see a no trump. I think Bessie will make an infight with 5 spades. And I think Lorenzini will accept. The only interesting part is, will they try to reach 3-0? Will they have... it's a big concern. You cannot ask what the bidding mean if you want to double an... Yeah, that's true. It's sometimes a bit tricky. Sometimes you just... but you can... If the screen goes through, you can already ask some questions about the bidding, which is sometimes nice. I'm going to get a glass of water. And indeed, we see here the invitational bid with 5 spades, 2 clubs, I assume forcing 2 diamonds, like a two-way checkback style, 2 spades showing an invitational hand with 5, sometimes maybe 6 spades, but usually 5. Now it's interesting to see if Lorenzini wants to accept, obviously, because there's a 14 count. Interesting to see if they have a way to show a 4-3-3, because with this hand you kind of want partner to choose between 3-0 and 4 spades if partner is 5-3-3-2. So let's see if Lorenzini and Bessie have a way to do that. He's bidding 3-0. I don't know if this shows if he just decided to bid 3-0 or if it shows like a choice of games. If it's just a decision, I can totally respect the decision. I would have preferred if it's a choice of games. Maybe it is, because I think that's a little bit nicer. Just making the choice on yourself can be a little bit tricky. Because if partner has a stiff in, for instance, hearts, you might still rather be in 4 spades, even though you have king, queen, small. Rogaland beating as long as suit. Not turning out too good, with queen 9-8 in dummy, him having jack 10. Declare immediately picking up an extra club trick. Yeah, that might be true, but uploading all the system notes, it's really tough. Also because some system notes are not worked out the best. I think it's a very tough thing to solve. Like in easy auctions, yes, it's possible, but in very difficult auctions, you cannot always just ask for all the system notes. Okay, so what kind of line of play would we see here? We have 2 club tricks of the start, 2 diamond tricks. We'll most likely have 4 spade tricks. So we're looking pretty good. We must be concerned about a possible 4-1 break in spades. A possibility that the opponent set up the clubs before we have 9. But I think we will attack the spades. Yeah, indeed. I don't think we're close to being there yet in the bridge scene. I think we have other problems that are more prevalent still. I wouldn't be surprised if Lorenzini is going to go for a spade towards the queen here. It's a bit of a tricky position. False carding with the 10. Possibly. Yeah, if we would play, yes, indeed, like if we would cross, play low spade towards a jack, then this is indeed a nice false card, playing the 10 or the 9. Because we can play then east for 10-9 bear, and we can let the queen run. First, we have to see, of course, if Lorenzini will cross to the hand. The problem is he doesn't really want to cross with a heart. He doesn't want to cross with a club, and he doesn't really want to cross with a diamond. So I wouldn't be surprised just to see a spade played from the table. Indeed, nice comment from Ike. If South would lead a spade towards the jack, so small jack, then East has to play the 10 or the 9 of spades. So we have the chance to make a mistake now as a declarer. If he plays the 7, then we only have one chance. We play the ace of spades and the king drops. If we see the 9 or the 10 drop, we can play for 10-9 bear. And we could play the queen to pin that and cash the 8 of spades. It's a nice little false card. Good to have under your belt. And Lorenzini's still thinking here. It's a very tough position. And I am very interested in the line of play he chooses. He got the 5 of clubs lead, and it says that Bakke played the 4. I don't know if they play something like attitude or that they play something like fourth best. If they play fourth best, he should be less concerned maybe about the clubs being 5-2. And let's have a quick look at the standings. And we see that Norway is gonna win, even though we're still watching them. Denmark and Israel actually being really close for place 2. Sweden probably gonna be 4th. And Germany actually getting close to France. Germany with being a big win here from Spain. So France actually must be very careful in this match. Okay, and we are back to the bridge here. And indeed, Lorenzini has played a spade towards the queen and the king. And he will be happy when Brogeland just returns a heart to the ace, because now he knows that it's probably safe from here. And he's probably going to just take 10 tricks. Spades will break, so he will be fine. And it will be a push. But like we saw, Germany is winning big, and France need to be careful, because if in these last couple boards, if Norway can put up some big numbers and put France down, then it might be tricky if they qualify. For now, it's looking good for France. They're doing their job. They're winning against Norway, and it's very important for them. For Norway, it seems like they're golden. It seems like they are gonna win the gold. Denmark or Israel is gonna take the silver, most likely. And the other one is most likely gonna take bronze. Bakke here returning a heart. And this will be very close to be a claim now. I think Lorenzini will just set up the club, just take his 10 tricks. Not going for diamond finesse, I assume. Cannot win that much and can lose a trick more easily. And indeed, there's the play of the club. And now we're going to see a claim. Okay, and there we go. Another push board. Let's see what will be the next one. Another table is already finished. Dutch ladies are a little bit behind now. They missed the 7 spades and Turkey bid it. Ooh, Dutch ladies in a bit of trouble. England overtaking them in the women's category. Very exciting stuff there. We will still be focusing on the Open, although we have a slight look towards the women's. We will keep the results up, and if there is something, I will. If there's a long break here, I will keep you updated as well. If you want to see the running scores yourself, this is the running scores of the women. And this is the running scores of the Open. Okay, we see 1 spade opener. Normal stuff by Brogy. 2 hard overcall, also very normal. 3 spades being weak. Pass by Lorenzini. Ooh, and Bessie in a bit of a tough position. He has a very good hand. Very nice 6-4. He doesn't need much by partner. But man, this is a really tough spot for against Not. Oh. Will he find a double? Maybe. Maybe a little bit tricky. You don't want partner to jump to 5 clubs. But you might want to double and bid 4 diamonds over 4 clubs. Now you could bid 4 diamonds for yourself because you have not shown a 2-suiter. So because you didn't bid 1 spade, 2 spades, for instance, now 4 diamonds should not show a 5-5, but more likely show a 6-4. Maybe a 6-5 sometimes. As we can see, it's right if he bids it, because he can get to dummy with, for instance, the king of clubs and take a hard finesse, which is on. But yeah, pressure is on here, and a tough decision for Bessie. What would you guys bid? Would you go for a double? Would you bid 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, or would you go very low and very low road, and would you just pass here? I would double, more flexible. You can convert 4 clubs to 4 die. I do agree with that, although bidding 4 die here should maybe already show something like a 6-4, unless it would show like a 6-5. But we haven't shown a 2-suiter, and now bidding 4 diamonds, I think, cannot be like a weak 5-5. We could also double, indeed. I just don't think that partner almost ever will pass this, and I don't think we're that happy when partner does. And I think if partner bids 5 clubs, then we're in trouble. But double is definitely a possibility. I think the reason why I might opt for 4 diamonds is because we haven't shown a 2-suiter in the first place. So that our hand already looks to be diamonds and hearts, but more likely a 6-4 or 7-4 than to be a 5-5. I see also opting for 4 diamonds. I think it's brave, but I think it is correct. You have so much playing strength. You need very little from partner. So nice bid. And the spade lead from Bakke. Opting to lead the 8 of spades, like more of an attitude lead because you already showed 4. This is an agreement, even if you play something like 3rd, 5th. If you already shown 3 or exactly 3 or exactly 4 in the suit, like if you bid 1 spade past 2 spades, or like this 1 spade, something 3 spades, to go for an attitude lead, leading your highest if you have nothing. And not your second, really your highest, so it's super clear to partner that you're not leading 3rd, 5th anyway. Brogland now has some options. He could go for playing back the 10 of hearts, maybe. Because he might be afraid that Bessie wants to make some diamond ruffs. But he also knows Bessie is probably a 6-card heart, probably has a 6-card heart suit. So maybe it's not necessary. And indeed, he just goes for the ace of spades, giving Bessie a little bit harder time because there's not really an entry in dummy except for king of clubs or maybe the diamond. Playing the 10 of hearts would give Bessie finesse directly. Now we'll have to see if Bessie immediately goes for the club to the king, or that he first plays the king of diamonds. Yeah. Yeah, it's going for the diamond, so there's less risk of some promotion in diamonds as well. So understandably, him going for the diamond. After it went low, he might have hoped that it went all low, but seeing the ace of diamonds in West is somewhat of good news because it's a little bit more likely that East now has the ace of clubs. He still needs the king of hearts to be on side as well. His brave bidding needed a lot on side, but everything is on side, so he will get rewarded. And we'll see if he now roughs a diamond first and takes a heart finesse or immediately plays the club. I don't think it matters that much. And Bessie opts to play the club first. Spade return now. I think he will just rough in the dummy. Pitch a diamond in his hand, take a heart finesse, play club to the king and take a heart finesse. I think he wants to repeat the heart finesse. He knows the club are not breaking 4-1 because otherwise there would have been a rough from the opponents already. I think he's not too scared of that. So I think he will play a heart, pitch the diamond, take a heart finesse, cross to the king of clubs, and take another heart finesse. That's my guess. But I don't think there's any chance he will go down, especially with king and 1 on side. Let's have a quick look at the standings at the moment, because we see Denmark and Israel being extremely close for number 2 and number 3. Germany also a little bit close still to France. So we're actually in an exciting match because France cannot lose too many points because Germany is winning big against Spain. And as we can see, if they would pick up a 20-0, they even have a chance already to almost overtake France. So France cannot spill too many points here. And Israel and Denmark are so close for the silver or bronze. Really exciting stuff there. Israel beating up Switzerland big. And Denmark losing very big against Italy. Exciting for place number 2. Let's go back to the bridge here. Messi still thinking what his best line is. I think he will, like I said, he will come to the conclusion that the clubs cannot be 4-1. I think there would always have been a rough already. So I think he can just rough here, take a hard finesse, play the club to the king, like I said. I think he's just checking. Meanwhile, I just said that France can't lose too many points anymore. So let's have a look what the other table did to have a bit of an idea. 4 hearts, they made this, of course. Then 3-0 in South, down 1 by Norway. So I don't think that's a big pickup for Norway. 2-0 down 3, which might be a bit of a pickup for probably also not. 5 diamonds plus 1, which they kind of missed slam. And 4 spades plus 2. And this is a slam, but not a great slam. Ooh, but board 31 and board 32 are actually very, very big boards. So we're not done yet. We are going to see a lot of excitement on the last two boards, I assume. Um, yes, I think so. I don't know if I can. uh, I am sorry. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to move my camera. I will find out later on, I guess. But I'm afraid I cannot show the boards at the moment. But I can tell you to keep the exact. No, I'm not using OBS at the moment. I'm just on YouTube. I do have OBS, but I haven't figured out exactly how to work it. But to tell you, there will be a couple of possible slam boards on the last two boards. So we're in for some excitement. We have four more boards to go, and the last two will be bangers. And we will see if France will stay in the top eight. Because if Germany does really well on those boards, and if Norway bids those slams, France might be out of the World Championship. So super tricky stuff here for France. And they will be sweating bullets, I think, the people that just played. Because obviously they really hope that they stay in, that they are going to play the Worlds. Okay, this is a bit more normal. Pass, no Trump. I assume that Brogy will come in with a two spade bid or two diamond bid, showing one major, two spades indeed. Natural two spades, we saw it before as well. I don't think they play something like multi Lenny, maybe just play a Lenny. Wow, and Bassi just blasting 3-0. A lot of tens and nines. I think it's okay. 4-3-3 doesn't speak to me that much. Queen 10 small of spades is obviously kind of nice to have because you are behind the spades. So totally understand the 3-0 bit. On this hand, even like he didn't really have a way to infight also anymore. So it makes it even more logical for him to just blast 3-0. As we can see with the heart finesse being offside and the diamond ace with the spades and the king of hearts with the spades. Now we have no play at all. At least that's what I think. We can play the 10, maybe take a heart finesse to the king, but then goes ace of spades and a spade. Slams on board 31 and 32 are very hard to bid. Yes, they are, but we will see. Maybe they will bid it. I mean, I'm not saying they will, but we're going to see if they will. We at least already know that France missed them. So I don't know if we have any France viewers, but fingers crossed for you guys that Norway will be a bit nice. Sneaky fifth lead. I like it. Yes, indeed. The Brogeland not leading his smallest or his fourth, trying to fake out maybe that he is only a 5-card suit here. Nice shout out, nice call by shout by Silver. If it's not a BBO operator mistake, we see a nice tricky play here. Indeed, a sneaky lead by Brogeland because he has everything. He has a 13 count, so he knows that his partner has nothing. So he is leading the wrong card just to put the opponents to have the opponents make a mistake. And it is because he has all the points. So he knows it doesn't matter for his partner, and he hopes to mislead the declarer. Very nice spot by you, Silver. I totally missed that, but really nice play. We see the Queen of Hearts led here. Will take a finesse towards the king, and Brogy will just play ace of spade and another spade. Because he still has the ace of diamonds. He knows that leading back a low spade doesn't matter that much, but he might lead back a low spade here, going for the deuce of spades now to still fake out that the spades might be 5-3. Obviously, he knows even if his partner is had a stiff spade to start with, he knows that the spades will break 3-3 in that position, so he knows he can always set up a spade suit here. And he has the ace of diamonds as an entry, so I expect him to play nothing else than a spade. He's just thinking about ace of spades or low spade. He decides to go ace of spades. Now the only question is, will he give a fake Leventhal as well? Or will he be honest in this? Looks like he's kind of honest, playing a higher spade, looking to show the diamond ace. Probably not a suit preference for heart here. And even if he had pure suit preference for heart, he might opt to play the jack. So we see that Lorenzini will take 3 heart tricks, 2 spades, 3 club tricks, and that's it. Only question here, will he cash all his clubs before playing a diamond towards the king? I think it is most likely safe, especially after he sees the clubs discards here. I think he can now just play a couple rounds of clubs. Might have expected for him to start with ace of clubs, but yeah, indeed, he's just gonna run the clubs. And Brogeland just gonna pitch a diamond here, and that will be it. Lorenzini will take the jack of clubs towards the queen, and then we will see a claim from Brogeland. Maybe we are already in a claim position. Yeah, there we are. Down 1, push board. This one was not so exciting. We have seen 5 push boards in a row. Couple of big swings earlier on. Now we're down to the last 3 boards of the tournament. At least on this table. And oh guys, what's happening? Israel has overtaken Denmark for second place. Very, very exciting stuff. Still super close, of course. Both matches are still ongoing. Israel, 2 more boards to go. And Denmark has 5 more boards to go. So still a possibility for Denmark to regain its second place. But at the moment, Israel is going for... Okay, let's get back into the bridge. Diamond opening. I think I would definitely upgrade this one. Oh wait, it's an 18 count. Okay, it's it's fine. I thought we were 19 count for a second, so it is completely fine to open a diamond. We see the 2 diamond overcall showing the majors. Normal pass. 3 diamonds. I assume it's like an invitational bid for spades. So what people use here is maybe 2-no to show for hearts, and then 3 diamonds to show an invitational hand for spades. I think it's a big surprise that Norway was this much ahead. I think they have a very strong team, but like Nikolai with Helgemo obviously haven't played that much together. Nikolai is a super talented player, but yeah, still very surprising. Also, the third pair is a good pair. Grude with Berg. I don't know them that well. They're not. I would definitely not consider them to be one of the top pairs. Obviously, Buck and Brogeland are won last Europeans as well. 20. Yes, true. Grude is obviously all the pairs are very strong. And they are winning, so all the pairs are extremely strong. I think the other names are like top stars, and I think Rudeberg is a strong pair, but they are not seen as per se the biggest stars of Norway. I think Bakke Brogeland are obviously huge stars, and Helgemo and Nikolai are as well. Like Nikolai is still a bit young, but he's doing amazing. Like probably the biggest talent at the moment. While we have a lot of big talents, and Bakke Brogeland obviously super strong as well. Maybe that helps. I don't know if they all play the same system at the moment. I just think they have some really strong players. Mostly the card play is just ridiculous. I think in the team. I think Nikolai and Helgi and also Brogeland Bakke, they have such a natural way of playing cards. It's crazy. They're just insane. Yeah, they play barely no system. Yeah, just monsters at card play. I think so too. They are insane at card play. Um, I think they just have at the moment some of the strongest card play players, and that's what we said earlier as well, right? I definitely consider Lorenzini also as one of a super strong card players. But like we said earlier, Lorenzini seemed to have a little bit of fatigue in the four spade hand. And I think that Norway has such natural card players that they fatigue very little in that kind of sense. They just don't make a lot of mistakes, which is especially for something like a Europeans where you just have a big round robin. If you don't fatigue and don't make a lot of mistakes and do super well in the card play, I think it is a huge advantage. Whereas if you have a knockout, sometimes you get a little bit fucked because maybe your system is a little bit less up to par. So I think they definitely have a team that's also very well suited for the format. But obviously there are some very strong other teams, so I would not have expected them to be such a blowout. But not completely surprised because they're absolute beasts at card play. Meanwhile, at the other table, there was an upgrade for Tuno Trump with this hand. Maybe it showed at least a 19 count, but maybe it was a big upgrade and they upgraded the 18 count to 2021 and went all float. At our table, we see a one diamond opener. Lorenzini was able to come in showing the majors, and North South ended up in four spades. Has a bit of an interesting play problem because he must get rid of all his hearts. We do see that King Queen, that the spades R2-2 and King Queen small of hearts is on side. So he is in a very, very good spot, I think. I think he will probably take this home because he also hasn't he only has lost one trick so far. And I think he will just be fine. Jack of Clubs is a good card. He also knows quite a bit about the hand already because if you look at the bidding and then one diamond, two diamonds pass, three diamonds invitational for spades double. So we know that Bakke has quite some points. And Brogeland already showed up with the Queen of Clubs. So you might already think that Bakke has the King Queen of Hearts. As we can see, it's even King Queen third of Hearts and a spade break 2-2. So he doesn't even need to make the read that King Queen is on. But yeah, interesting how he should play. I think it feels still most natural to just play a heart here. And go for some roughs. Indeed he does. Bakke splits. And now Lorenzini may even just go for something like, okay, a rough, a hard low. Play the King of Spades and then just give away the Queen of Hearts and make the contract. I wouldn't be surprised to just see him draw trumps now. Because he knows Bakke never has five hearts. So he knows he can always drive out the queen and then his hearts are good. So he will only lose a spade and a heart. And he will never have... and because he always stays in trump control that way. And as we see, he does play the spade. And I think he's just planning on giving up the heart and making his contract. And that is a very nice swing for France, scoring like a 7 imp, which is actually a very big deal with the slams coming up on the last couple boards. Now they can definitely, I think they can most likely afford at least to lose one of the slam swings. So if Norway does really well and already bids one of the slams, it will be fine for France. So very nice pickup here for them. The upgrade to the 2-0 worked out perfectly. Lorenzini will just drop a hard low here, and then even the queen drop, so he even makes an overtrick. And there we go, and we'll see the claim now. And then we will move on to the last two boards. Last two boards of the tournament. Oh my goodness, we look at the standings and Denmark has overtaken Israel again. It's 0.6 ahead. It's so close, guys. It's incredible. And let's have a little look at the women. There, England has taken the lead by 3. So there's a little bit of a gap there. Also, Sweden has a gap of 1.2. So all very exciting stuff in the last couple of starts on basically every in the open and in the women's. Very, very exciting stuff. Okay, what do we see? 2 spades from Lorenzini, normal week 2. Pass, seems standard. Double, of course. Huge hand from Bakke. Pass, and we see a 2-0 bit, which I assume is like 11 sol kind of hand. So Rogeland showing a non-invitational hand, wanting Bakke to bid 3 clubs, and after that he would probably have bid 3 diamonds, showing a non-invitational hand with diamonds. Now Bakke is bidding 3 spades, showing a strong hand, kind of asking for a stopper in first place. And now Rogeland actually has an interesting decision. Do you try to bid 3-0 with 10-9 fourth? Do you bid something else? But what? Because you have a pretty good hand with king, jack. But what would you bid? Because you have a big problem. You don't want to just jump to 5 diamonds here. Do you want to keep clubs in the picture with just king, jack small? Really, really tough spot for Rogeland here, I think. And what would you guys do? Would you just like Brogy bid 3-0? As we can see, it is fine. They are not bidding the slam, and the spades block enough. Queen jack tight here. So Brogy will be happy when he sees the queen of spades. He will not be happy. He will be, oh shit, this no good. Super clear 6 diamonds. And this is down, he will think. But then he will get the amazing news when Bessie shows up with the jack of spades. And now Brogy will get a smile on his face. He will be like, whew, dodge that bullet. And he will probably think, okay, we have had some good boards. I think we are probably there. So what would you guys do with Brogy's hand? I think I kind of like the 3-0 bit. It's a bit dicey, but I just don't see any other bit, because you do have a little bit too good a hand to just bid 4 diamonds or something. What do you guys think? Yeah, not any good options, right? You just have too many points, I think, to bid like 4 diamonds, and also with 8 fourth in diamonds. Damn, just looks horrendous. I think you just hope for a block like this or something. Yeah, also like Bakke has the biggest hand ever, right? Like I like to know, but also not good enough to disagree with Brogeland. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think that's a very good decision. I have to say, Brogy does like to just bit 3-0 with sort of a semi-stopper, though. He is. I've seen him do it to me a couple times with just nothing. Not always working out. But I think I like it here with 10-9 fourth. I think with 4 small, I think I would not have done it. But the options here are just bad. And I think it is the best option. Okay, and that means we're going to the last board. And I think dodging this slam against them and picking up the 7 imps before, I think France has solidified their place in the top 8, which means congratulations. If there's any French people in the chat, congratulations to you guys. You will be going to the Bermuda Bowl. Nicely done. Okay, and let's see this last hand of the tournament. Brogy opening with 1 spade. Normal, way too strong to open 4 spades. We'll go 2 clubs, some game forcing auction we're entering. North-South has nothing to do. I'm not exactly sure what they play. I think they play kind of standard, so might see a 3 spade bid here from Brogy. Very, very good spades. Just opting for the 2 spade. He is indeed a little bit weak for 3 spades. May show better spades or just more points as well. I think it might be slightly close because he has so many controls. Ace, ace, king, queen, 10 is a really nice hand. Yeah, and just a 4 spades. Slam is also quite high. I think it's close to bid 2 spades or 3 spades with Brogy's hand. Because you have very good spades, like I said, and you do have so many controls that this hand almost feels like a 15-16 count. But yeah, obviously 2 spades also completely reasonable. Slam is indeed very good because you can pitch the heart, so you just need to pick up the spades. So only with ace-jack small behind your screwed. Or stiff ace behind your screwed. Stiff ace or ace-jack small, so it's a very good slam indeed. But very hard to reach. Both tables were not able to. It's also kind of a perfect fit. Ace king of clubs in your stiff doesn't look good, but it's actually quite nice. And no wasted values at all. I think it's probably a little bit too hard to reach this slam. Maybe some people will reach it, but especially if you don't, like if you play a game forcing relay system, you might have a little bit of a chance, but it still gets very tricky. And that will be it. We will look how this hand ends, but we know that we assume at least that it will make 12 tricks. Yeah, you might have a chance. Well, like I said, I think you kind of need a game forcing relay system here because the 7th spade is such a huge difference. So either Brogy had to upgrade here to reach a slam and bid 3 spades, showing a good, I assume, a good spade suit with extras, but he was very light for that. And otherwise, I think if he's asking the hand, West kind has to show a maximum or something with 7 spades to have a chance to reach a slam. But yeah, all very tricky to reach it. And as we will see the claim coming out. And that means we're done. And let's go back to the results real quick. Let's have a bit of a look here. We're done with the play. At the women's, okay, we see England really has taken the lead now. And I think that will be it for that position. England will take the win here. Netherlands will be second. And maybe there's a chance that Denmark will overtake Sweden. But let's see, is it even possible? Sweden, 14 boards played. Maybe Denmark 14 boards played, but they cannot reach that more. They're already at 20. So if Sweden, they have to fuck up really bad at the last 2 boards or get unlucky, I don't know. But it will be almost solidified in the women's. England will win. Congratulations. Netherlands will be second. Also congratulations. And also probably congratulations to Sweden on the 3rd place. Let's see the open then. And here we see, holy shit, Denmark 0.19 ahead of Israel. We see that France indeed has solidified their place in the top 8. So we'll see France, Iceland, England, Netherlands, Sweden. Congratulations on making the Bermuda Bowl. And then Israel and Denmark. Who is it already over? No, Denmark. 2 more boards to play. And what about Israel? Israel is done. So it's waiting on Denmark. What will they do on the last 2 boards? And congratulations, big congratulations to Norway with a super strong team. Very well done. Let's have a bit of a look. Not played yet, so we have to wait for that. I'm not going to be there for it. I'll have you guys check that out yourselves. I want to thank you very much for joining me in the stream. I might do it someday else as well at the tournament. I did like to stream. If you liked it, please drop a like and a subscribe. Or if you know me, you can send me a text if you liked it. And I hope you all liked it. And maybe see you next time, guys. Denmark bit slam on last 2, so this will surely be enough. Oh, really? Okay. So Denmark will take the 2nd place. Very young team as well. Big congratulations to them as well. Was very happy to do it. Thank you, guys, for joining and for joining the stream, tuning in. Very nice to have you in the chat. And bye-bye.